smack with a hard bass flow. Yeah, talking smack with a hard bass flow. Yeah, from the 305 to the roaring seas, where the heat blaze and the Dolphins breeze. Panthers claw through ice so cold, hurricane storm, legends unfold. This is Sean and Adrian's grind. Unfiltered takes one of a kind. South Florida Sports Unfiltered. Raw, real, no filter. From the field to the court to the rink we go. Talking smack with a hard bass flow. Yeah. Talking smack with a hard bass flow. Low. Tackles fly and the touchdowns roar. Buzzer beaters leave you wanting more. Hockey sticks clash, hurricanes spin. Every game's a battle, every fight's a win. Stanley Media's fire, rainy days rain. Mix it all up and crank up the game. Talking sports to hit like a hurricane. South Florida reppin', nothing's the same. South Florida Sports Unfiltered. Raw and real, no filter. From the field to the court to the ring go. Talking smack with a hard bass flow. Yeah. Talking smack with a hard bass flow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to South Florida Sports Unfiltered. We are your hosts. I am Adrian with the Rainy Day Pod. This is the great Sean Stanley. How we doing this week, man?
I'm doing well. I can't say so much for the sports teams going on down here, but I am hanging in there, and I am ready to do some talking of some South Florida sports. Whether you like it or not, it's coming at you unfiltered.
Damn right, Sean. And I'm having a great week.
I'm sorry.
Shout out.
Hold on, Adrian. My fault. Adrian, how was your week, sir?
It was great. I kicked your ass in bowling last Sunday. That was fun.
Let me tell you something. Apparently, I shined my balls too much, and they were just sliding right off of the lane. God. I mean, they weren't even making it down the lane.
Slippery balls. That's what you had.
Sliding, baby.
Oh man, it was hilarious. Now, questionable lanes we were at, so I'll give you that benefit of the doubt. But still, hey, we both lost. So, I mean, to be honest,
but you beat me, so a win is a win.
But I
sir.
beat you.
You won.
Damn right. That puts me at notch 1.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But yeah, man, the Miami Dolphins traded Jaylen Waddle. And they pick up another first-round pick. It's going to be awesome to talk about this. And then Achane rumors. Everybody question is a rebuild. It's definitely a rebuild. The rebuild is on. And then you got the Miami Heat, man. Last week, Sean, when we talked, 7 in a row.
Yeah, man.
And now, lost 3 in a row. So
it helps when you play those play-in teams, and then when you start playing actually playoff teams, it changes.
That's our home. That is our home.
Yeah.
That is where we reside.
Play in drive.
Yeah, man. For sure. And then Canes basketball tonight against Missouri. 10 o'clock. You gonna be up for that, Sean?
Man, this old man, I've taken 6 monsters so far. I'm ready.
Ooh.
I'm ready, baby.
6 monsters wide. 3 Red Bulls wide.
Running through the veins.
2 Celsius wide.
But I went by Canesware earlier, too. I went by Canesware earlier, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah. You got the Canes for the night, huh?
I'll take whatever. Awesome. I got 2 right now, buddy, to carry up. Stay up.
That's it. Wake up.
Hello. Cat for Life already in.
But yeah.
Cat for Life.
And then we shout out Cap, man. And then our guest is in the chat also.
He is.
I mean, last night they killed it with their draft on Fence Talk Sports Network.
They didn't get a C-.
It was awesome. Him and his wife. We are joined only by the great Lou from Dade, who just knows all the sports, like history, what past, present, and the future. Hopefully,
I
Lou
wish
from
I
Dade,
did.
how we doing?
I'm doing great. I am doing well. Thank you guys for asking. I don't know about the future, but I definitely know present and past. And it's going to be hard to follow up talking about Sean's slippery balls, but I will
Yes.
do my
Yes,
best.
Got it.
it always is.
You're already
It's
better.
always
It's
hard to
already
follow
better.
that
Just having you on the show, man.
up. Oh man, Sean,
Yes.
you met Lou. You told me this. You guys told me this before. I'm glad we got a guest on that you met.
Why?
I'm just saying. I mean,
We
you
met
and
in
Will hit it
Indy.
off.
They had a fantastic thing for. They always do when they do it, but they had
Yes.
a breakfast for the Dolphins. It was a great breakfast. They brought my big ass some food over. They didn't have to,
Ooh.
but they did.
How many plates?
And it was good, man. It was some good ass food. And then they walked across the street to Lucas Oil Stadium, and they didn't return as happy as they were when they first left.
That is true. And funny story about that. So you guys did a broadcast. You did a live broadcast
Yes.
pregame to the show. That was awesome. And I also gave you guys. We gave you guys some hats. The
Hats.
hats said McDaniel and Weaver in 24. That didn't go
Yes.
over that campaign.
Oh boy.
Actually, I have that next to in my bedroom. I should have got it. I have that one still right there next to me. Every night I look at it and I
slacker.
go, "What could have been? What
Yes.
could have been?"
What? Yeah,
Broken
definitely
dream.
could have been.
Oh,
Damn, McDaniel Weaver. Boy, that seems like so long ago now.
Right.
With everything that's happening right now, I mean, you think the Waddle trade, for what they got, it's definitely a win for Miami, right? Right, John?
no, definitely. I mean, that I think. Look, I honestly think when John Eric Sullivan said Achane and Waddle are going to be our core of our offense, they probably meant it. They didn't know a team was going to come to them and be like, "Hey, we're going to give you a first."
Did
A
he ever say
third.
Waddle?
Well, no, he didn't. He didn't mention. He was asked about, and he said he'll be a core and Achane will be a core. Is what he was.
Okay.
He was like they asked about Waddle. He didn't mention Waddle, by name.
Okay.
But again, if you're offered a first and a third, and then a swap for fourth, bro, I don't care. Anybody on this team is available for that
Yeah.
right now. You know what I'm saying? And again, the Denver needed that for their team, and they overspent. I mean, we talked to some guys on our show from Denver, and they're like, but that's what they needed. They didn't think they would get it through the draft, so they wanted that receiver, and they went out and got him. So it's a win for the Dolphins to me. The only question I really have now is, I mean, we paid, a good deal. Don't get me wrong for Malik Willis, but what the hell are we going to do with that now? That's grading on a curve now because it's him and Achane?
Basically.
So, that's going to be the only. But again, you can't pass that up. I don't care. If he would have passed it up, I think I would have had a bigger problem finding out that he did not take that trade than I do him taking the trade.
Definitely. And it's a first, a third, and a fourth round swap.
Yeah, and you went back 19 picks in that. I mean, you only dropped again, it's 19 picks, but
I ain't mad at it. Lou, it's a smart move for the Dolphins, right?
Absolutely, and I love it. Getting a first round pick, getting a reset here. Waddle's contract was going to be, his cap hit was going to be a lot higher next year. He would have been almost untradeable at that point, and likely coming off a bad season because with everything that's been taken away from the team, his stats probably were not going to be that high. He's probably going to be double teamed and not get a lot of looks. So I'm 100% great with it. You get the first rounder, you get the third rounder, you get 2 opportunities to replace, if not him, at least replace, get some extra talent and draft capital back. So I'm all for it. The other thing about Waddle, and I loved him, great locker room guy.
Yes.
productive guy, likable guy. We actually met his parents. My wife and I actually we were over in Baltimore for that game, and we met his parents there. Couldn't have been nicer people. So, all around great guy and all that. But got to be honest, like he didn't live up to the billing as being a first receiver. Part of that is because
Tyreek wasn't Hill, a one.
Yeah, because Tyreek Hill was here. I get that. But then you look at the fact that Jamar Chase went, several picks ahead of him, but not that many. First rounder as well. And he's considerably a better player than is Waddle. And then you'll say, oh, well, he had Hill. Well, Jamar Chase has T. Higgins in there, and both of those guys put up numbers. So Waddle never was that 1B to Tyreek's 1A. And so it made it a little easier to par with him, in my opinion.
Yeah. Definitely. And the other thing, too, with the stats thing is I thought personally he had more drops than he did. But it seems like he dropped it in key situations that you remembered. Like it was like, oh, got another drop. But overall, he didn't have a terrible amount of drops. But they all happened at just the worst times, it felt like. And you're like, oh. So, yeah.
Yeah, body catcher, too. I hate that. Yeah. I hate that for a receiver. Why are you trying to catch it with your body? Tyreek used to do that a couple times, too, man. You'd be like, come on, man. Y'all are the hands team. You know what I'm saying? Like, use your hands, bro. We tired of it. But and Waddle, great. He had great numbers. Especially his first 3 seasons, showed out. But to me, never really. Even when we drafted him, I was like, he's never gonna be a 1. But great dude, and loved the time he had for us. I wish he would have had a better quarterback, but does that really matter if you're dropping balls in an opportune time, or you walking off the field every time you get hit damn near? So, I mean, it is what it is, but love Waddle. Didn't mean to say that like that to, try to throw shit on top of sugar.
It felt like you did. I mean,
yeah, I did.
Shit sandwich there you gave him.
There you go. So sprinkle a little sugar on top. But yeah, now we have 11 and 30, and like Cap said, a lot of people want to trade back with the 11th pick to pick up more picks. I think, to me personally, if you spotlight a guy and he's going to be there at 11, or someone else, you have to pick at least like 10 guys for that pick, right? You got to pick at least 10. And then narrow it down once you get to 11. All right, who's the number 1? And then I think you have to take somebody there. Like those picks, especially 1 through 15, those are starters. You know what I'm saying? And even maybe even 30 is probably a starter as well. But you have to, because I think you got to get 2 starters in the first round. But the 11th pick, you have to keep it. What are you guys' thoughts, Sean? What is your thoughts of keeping it or trading back? I know you with mock drafts, you're gonna trade everything. You're gonna get 30 picks because you're gonna trade every time.
But again, in this position, I mean, I guess if you get a good enough deal, you could try to trade it. But at this point, man, we got nothing. I mean, you if a player is there that is on your board, I think you take them, whatever that position is. If it's one of the linemen that fall down to us, if I've seen Ruben Bain a couple times fall down again, depending on certain drafts, a cornerback or a safety, whoever you get at 11 has to be on the field game 1 as a starter. And on this team, if he doesn't, that's a failure, because it's not like there's a lot of competition they're going against. So to me, I think you go lineman. Possible, if Ruben Bain falls down, or a cornerback safety. I think you go offensive lineman or a cornerback safety. But again, it would be interesting if Bain does fall, how interesting that changes things in that dynamic, because you also need that position too. I just don't know that anybody else after that is there at that spot where you need as much at corner, safety, and a line, of course, which we all know apparently, we shouldn't be as worried about as everybody else, but we do. We worry about that stuff.
Gone. That guy is gone.
So to me, I mean, I think you've got to use it to get those guys, and they've got to be starting. The 11 has to be a starter day one, and making an impact. He's going to make mistakes. We're going to have to live with it. It's rookie, but they got to be out there making an impact too, especially if it's a corner or safety. They need to be making a big-time impact. And if it's an offensive lineman, you better not be getting our quarterback killed the first couple games.
Well, he can run, so I'm a little okay with that.
Doesn't matter. That just means he's definitely getting hit. So, and he ran in Green Bay, and he was out after 2 starts. So
true, very true. Lou, the 11th pick, even the 30th pick, have to get a starter. What's your thought process about trading down with those picks, especially the 11th pick?
So I see both perspectives. I think both 11 and 30 need to be starters. You can't do a Cam Smith or a Niganagami, he's going to take 3 years to develop. You're not developing guys. You're going to draft a guy at both these 11 and 30, and they got to be impact starters from day one because there's not a lot of talent left on this team. Yep. So they got to be ready to go, hitting the ground running. So, but I am in favor of a trade. I think, look, we got a defensive-minded coach now. I think he's going to want, a high-impact defensive player, the best available. And if that's not there on 11, I don't see a problem with trading back, especially if somebody wants to move up to target a receiver or an offensive player that we likely may not be drafting. Just saying, if it's not an offensive lineman, I highly disagree with a receiver that early in the draft. No. With this core. So, in that respect, I wouldn't mind if somebody wants to give us, drop to drop a pick swap where we go from 11 to 16 or 17, and then we pick up a late second or another third-round pick to now give us 5. I'm all for it. I would look to do that if that's possible.
Lou, what's the furthest you drop, though? What's the furthest you would drop down? Knowing where we are as a team, what's the furthest you're willing to drop? Knowing you had 30 also there, but what would be your furthest you're doing the trade swap with?
And I think you said it. I think it's 15. I think the top 15 players are separate. They separate from the next batch of players. So I wouldn't go into the high teens or the 20s. But 15, 16, I think we got something there. So I would stick to that, middle of the pack. I wouldn't go anywhere above that.
Yeah. So I got a scenario, though. Let's say Caleb Downs is there at 11. Medical red flags, everybody's talking about it, but you know what you're getting with Caleb. Absolute dog, going to be a leader for your defense, everything. Let's say you get a trade for 18 and a early second or middle second. You taking that to not get Caleb Downs?
Yeah, I mean, I'd consider it, man. I just, these drafting of hurt players, signing of hurt players has burned us so much. And I just don't think that we're in a position to do that at this point. You cannot take a chance. Oh, well, he's got potential, but he got a clean bill of health. I don't think we could do that. So, yeah, I would probably do that. Listen, a first rounder, second rounder is exactly what it is. You're going to get good impact players there. And so I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me. What about you, Sean?
We got so many holes. I can't say that I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, and again, I got to look at more on like all these guys and seeing. But if I believe Caleb Downs is that guy, and he's there again, and we're all there. But also, I need to know with Hafley, like with the way his defenses are in Green Bay and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know that I would make that trade. I mean, again, if you're going down to 8, 16, 17, and then you get or 18 and you get the second, there's other safeties there, but are they that impact player, that is there? So it'd be tough. But again, if I'm in the war room, I think I'm going to stick with my guys that I think I have at that position. If one of them are there, I think I'm going with it, unless I get a trade where, it's going to knock my socks off again, where it's a first, I only drop a couple spots. You give me a second if you want to add some other stuff. we can talk, but right now, to me,
even a third, like Lou said, you probably taking that.
more than likely, I probably would. But at the same time, I need to know what exactly, the Caleb Downs. I know the red flags and everything there, but what did he look like? What have you, seen from other things? What are you thinking of doing with that position? Is there another guy in the player pool that, again, not that they're Caleb Downs, but they're going to do what you need them to do? Because the one thing with Green Bay, it's not like they're drafting first rounders all the time and turning them into, they end up working with them, developing them then and things like that, which is something that, and again, Weaver got dealt a bad hand, and my feelings about the whole thing is he never really had a great chance to mold, and as the team went along, you saw that they developed. So that shows that he's a good coach. But with Hafley, this team is so many holes, so bad. I guess you would go and get as many bodies as you can in and see what happens at that point.
I mean, that's what we've been doing in free agency.
Yeah,
Hey, come on. You want to sign for 1 year? Come on.
Well, they're like, come home. It's all South Florida guys. If you look at it, it's like a lot of South Florida guys. Like, hey, come back, live with mom and dad. You can, here you go.
Yeah. And get some money. And get a chance to start, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you get an opportunity to pretty much rewrite your career. Like, you can make some money down here. If you play well for 1 year, you can go make some money next year for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And going back to what you said also, as far as the high impact defensive player, which I think that's what Hafley's going to want to do there. If it's available, I think he's going to pull the trigger on it and fight for it. But it's got to be a high impact, a guy that can force turnovers. I don't want a guy that, he knocked a couple passes down. I want a guy that's gotten 4 or 5 interceptions or, got in double-digit sacks. I don't want to see, he's got the potential to be a high, sack, kind of like Chopper Robinson. Look what happened this past year. He regressed, but if you get a monster like, Verse, who went for Florida State a couple of picks earlier to the Rams, he's defensive player, rookie player of the year, his first year out. Again, Chop had a good year, but it took him a while to get there, and then he kind of regressed this year. So I want a guy that there's no question mark. He's going to go out and do it. And look at what Micah Parsons, who was only in Green Bay for about 9 games, he had some great words to say about Jeff Hafley. So he's a player's coach. He's a guy that gets a lot of potential out of players, and a player of Parsons' stature that was only there for such a little bit of time with Hafley. He didn't need to say those things about him. It tells you that he has an impact on these type of guys, and that's what we need down here.
For sure. I mean, everybody's done said great things about both Sully and Hafley. So it's, that's something to look forward to. And then what they're doing, man, I completely love it. I thought this is what needed to happen. You got to tear it down all the way down and just build it back up, and that's what it looked like they're doing. Achane stays though, right? You got to believe, unless you get some crazy, like I said last night,
you get a Waddle
you
deal,
get like a Tyreek Hill, Waddle deal, first and a third.
I would, because after this, you're going to be talking money. And are you going to bring him? Are you going to give him a big money deal to keep him through the rebuild? And by the time you get to where he needs to be that money back, you've worn him out. So
Sean.
Yep.
So then just trade everybody, right? Like Aaron Brewer.
I know what John Eric Sullivan's saying. You say all that stuff, trade him all.
Brooks.
But here's the one thing, though. Look, Aaron Brewer is an older player already. You can let him go as long as you have somebody. Again, you've got 11 picks in this draft.
Yeah.
Grab a center, man. Have him play behind that professional Aaron Brewer and see what it is to be an NFL center. So now when he rolls out and leaves, you have that replacement there. Again, I'm not saying, I don't think you can trade Aaron Brewer because he is the center of that offensive line. And right now you only have 2 guys on the line that you can really trust in. It's Brewer and it's Paul. Savania is still a question mark. I mean, he can run block, but the passing was atrocious. So, I think you got to keep some of those guys
was
again
our best
because
receiver.
Huh?
Waddle was our best receiver.
Yeah, but what does that mean? I mean, again, no, I'm saying, but in this rebuild, you got to have Brewer. You got to be able to do something where Malik Willis can look like, if he's going to be that guy, he's got to look like he can play the position. If you've got all rookies up there and they're just coming at him the whole time and he's running for his life, like that's not putting him in a successful position. Not saying he's not going to be running for his life anyways with the line that sometimes we get there, but you got Aaron Brewer there in the center. You've got, Patrick Paul on the outside. And again, you got Malik Washington. If you draft a receiver like in the second or third round, you can bring guys in too as well. And you signed a couple, Tutu Atwell. You got some guys there. It's not like he's, just throwing to Sean Stanley and Adrian Rainey and Lou and everything else like that. I mean, again, it's not
How
perfect
bad
weapons,
will we be?
But
we would be so bad.
I think we could beat this Dolphins team.
What? How many positions do you play, Sean?
Oh, I'll take up the line. I'm big enough, I think. I can do the line a little bit.
You definitely. D-line, O-line, for sure.
Yeah. No, but I think anybody where you can get a good deal or a good haul for, you've got to listen to it. I know it'll suck because now you take that weapon away from Willis, as I just said, but I think the protection is more than, Achane, unfortunately, you can grab another guy. He won't be Achane and do everything that he does, but he can catch the ball out of the backfield. You find another guy to run the ball, and you can make that happen. So, I look, man, if you can get a first, a third, or whatever else, I think you listen to it, and if it's what you think, then you take it.
If I get a first and a third for anybody on the team right now, I think, hey, sorry about it. We're rebuilding. You're not going to be here when the team's getting good anyway. That's what I'm saying. Jordan Brooks, you got to listen to trade offers for everybody then. Right, Lou?
This is where I'm a little. I love Achane. I think he's a special talent.
Yes,
I would not part with him right now. Here's my take on it. And again, I'm not claiming to be an expert, but what I would do is I would extend him. So give him the contract, which is going to take him out of his current deal. And then when we're ready to win, which, look, it could happen in 2 years. Not saying it's going to happen, but it could happen in 2 years. We've seen it happen. We saw it happen with the
Denver Broncos.
The two teams, that.
But Denver's defense was already built. We're building complete team. We don't have a defense. We don't have an offense. Denver had a defense. They just couldn't, and they still haven't figured out the offense yet, by the way. But hopefully this year.
We don't got special teams either.
Yeah, but look, what about the two teams that were just in the Super Bowl? They didn't have that, And so you could say, Drake made. Well, we got Malik Willis. Maybe he's that guy. But the Patriots made really good draft picks, and they also signed free agents on the offensive line and the defensive line. So that's a strategy that we could take. And with Achane, going back to that, is that if we could somehow extend him and keep him here during this 2-year window, hopefully the third, we're ready to contend seriously, you franchise tag him. It sucks for him, but that's the name of the game these days. And you could use that power to keep him here. You could do it, twice. Again, he won't like it. It won't be the popular thing to do. But by doing that, you're going to maximize him being 26, 27 years old, still a special talent, and you keep him on a team that's ready to win. So that's what I like to do. Going back to also what Sean said, great point with drafting a center. We kind of saw that with Teron Armstead and Patrick Paul, where Armstead showed him the ropes and then he was able to take over. Well, that would be the strategy right there for Aaron Brewer. Draft a guy this year at center, have him develop, sit a year, and then be ready to go. Hopefully, if we can't afford to keep Brewer on here.
Ron Brewer. I don't know. I love Achane. Well, you come with the bigs. No,
well, my only worry too is this.
I get what you're saying, though.
And I'll ask you two this: the way this team is set up now, you don't think Achane's going to get ran into the dirt in the next 2 to 3 years?
Got to build a line.
Build the line, but I also think there's going to be some load management at play.
I hope so. I mean, okay.
It has to, because Yeah, if you're going to win 5 games, I mean, last year's team, as bad as they were, at the beginning of the season, they were going for it. They were, say what you want, but before Tyreek went down, before all the all that stuff, they were going for it. They were, hey, we're making the playoffs. This team is not doing that next year. So I think taking that into consideration, I don't think you're going to run, Achane like McDaniel did.
Yeah,
and
I
I
would
think
hope not.
sitting games here or there because that would be the way to preserve them. For if we decide to keep them.
Now, if they do that, I agree with that stance, Lou. That you do but again, if you're going to make him your bell cow and you're going to destroy him for the next 3 years, I'm not extending that, man. I'm not putting. That's like putting the insurance on a rental car and stuff, and then extending it and everything else, man. You're going to run that bad boy to the dirt.
We gonna run Ollie Gordon into the ground. That's what we finna run into the ground.
I hope so. I mean,
hey,
again,
young buck, get out there and do something for us.
Now,
watch, because they want to be a power running team, don't they?
If that becomes the plan, dude, I'm all for that. That part, what Lou said with Achane, doing that way.
Jaylen Wright and Ollie Gordon gonna probably get a lot of care. It's probably gonna be a running back by committee, and then you can use Achane, keep them fresh, and use them and. As many different ways as you like.
I would bring him in as your third down back only.
That's it. And slot
third down
receiver.
Back, bro. That's it, man.
Slot receiver. That's it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
You're going to have a lot of fantasy owners in fantasy football disappointed, but hey.
Oh, that's true. That's true, yeah. But screw you. Screw them owners.
He'll eat. He'll eat.
Screw them
Every
owners.
touch, he'll eat.
You know what I
be
do
fresh as
find?
hell.
What I do find funny is Jaylen Waddle's on with Teron Armstead on that interview, and we talked about it on here. And he said, what was the one thing he said? I hate screens.
Yep.
You know what Peyton's going to run with him, right? I was thinking of that when I saw the trade. I was like,
Shine gonna be like, you're gonna learn to love him here. All right?
Yeah. What are you gonna be like?
You're gonna learn to
What,
love
you
him.
don't like that screenplay, huh? Waddle. Screen. Do it.
Straight up. All right. And my last little thing on the Dolphins. Do you guys think we should draft a quarterback this year when we already have our quarterback and we have a backup? Do you think we should draft a quarterback or build the team, get the team ready for the quarterback? Lou, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't draft a quarterback this year. I give, look, Malik Willis, the way this thing is set up, it looks like we could get out of it in 2 years if we don't deem that he's the guy. So this is kind of an audition for him. I think he's going to get the 2 years. But if he goes out there and completely, looks lost or doesn't show signs that he can do this during a 17-game season, I think that next year, and especially considering how bad we're likely to be, our draft pick will be higher. All the capital we've accumulated, and who knows, if Achane goes, we'll have even more capital. I think that's where you put all your chips in and get the best prospect next year at quarterback. So I wouldn't do it this year.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I would just you too many holes, like Sean keeps saying. All these holes we gotta fill. You know what I'm saying, Sean?
No, 100%.
Too many.
Like, and like Idleman just said, Malik was our pick this year. I believe that is. And again, the only way I would do it is if you get to the 7th round and you've made trades and you've added more assets to it, and there's somebody there that, again, we've seen how it's worked. Skyler, Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting with a 7th round pick. More than likely, it's not going to end up being Tom Brady and Cinderella shoes in the 6th round and getting to the
Brock
Super
Purdy.
Bowl. So, again, it's happened a couple times, not to the Dolphins, but it's happened a couple times, But again, I think that's the only way is if you've checked the boxes of everything and you see a guy there that you think, but I agree with Lou, you wait, you build it up, and then next year becomes the QB draft. If Malik is not the guy or shows that he's not the guy,
Yes.
then if Malik shows he's not the guy, we'll probably have the number 1 pick anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then with
too
that,
many
you
boxes,
can trade and get
not
whatever
enough
depending
checks,
on the quarterbacks.
Too many boxes, not enough checks.
Well, you're
you
never
could
going to
have-
check all the
you could
boxes
have-
we got to do.
You can have 20 checks and you still ain't got enough. You know what I'm saying? Like not this year. Maybe next year, but yeah. We definitely gotta get some starters, man.
And
But
plus, everybody
I'm-
forgets about we got that Raiders guy that we got off their practice squad So we've got 3 quarterbacks in the room right now. So, and then maybe
Lou.
one of the guys falls undrafted. You sign him, then sign him in the undrafted area instead of wasting a draft pick. And then if he does knock your socks off, you really haven't done a lot. So then you can just, bring him from your practice squad up too at that point.
Yeah, Lou was saying last night he'd like to bring in a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Just somebody else that could, throw somebody else in the mix. There'll be guys available, I'm sure. So, I wouldn't mind that. But I wouldn't draft a quarterback.
Not a competition. It's not a competition.
No, Malik is your starter. Your competition will be Quinn Ewers and the veteran you bring in or whatever, or the guy that's already on the roster. Your competition is behind Malik. Who's backing up Malik? Who comes in if Malik isn't doing well? That's going to be your competition because at that point, the season's over anyways, if that happens.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Season's over before it starts, Sean. All right.
Again, I'll see what Jeff Hafley does. I look, if I'm Bobby Slowick, I might be writing my letter of resignation by game 6. Depending on how the draft goes, because there's no winning for Bobby Slowick in this right now, dude. I mean, I don't know well, I guess there is, because if he does show any semblance of an offense, that's a win. Because when you look at what we have right now, I don't know what the game plan is.
13 points a game. 10 points a game. 13.
Hope that defense can hold a 9.
Yeah, well. All right.
Listen,
Dolphins.
You're going to have to add more pieces, obviously. But, from Slowick's perspective, you bring in an Atwell, you got a Washington here. Yeah, both of those guys were number 3 receivers because they were behind 2 really good guys, Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle here. And over in L.A., you're behind Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. So, those guys couldn't get touches. Now, they're fighting for number 1 spot. So, we'll see. It's going to be more developing for Slowick than, hey, you got this great player, go, score 30 points a game. It's likely to be more like 13, like you said, Adrian. But he's going to prove that he can make chicken out of whatever. You know the saying.
Yeah. Chicken shit, chicken noodle soup out of chicken shit, or chicken sandwich out of chicken shit.
Chicken salad.
Chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Come on,
I went through a couple meals, bro.
Please. Man, you eat a lot of chicken.
I do eat a lot of chicken, actually. Heavy chicken titty in this house, all right?
You go. Just
straight white meat. I'm telling you. I love thighs and wings also. Wings, the best. Shout out everybody in the chat. And Idleman, he's saying he's seeing mocks with Lemon, Makai Lemon at 11. I mean, that's another player. Doesn't he have medical red flags as well?
Is there a player that doesn't have medical red flags?
Exactly. It's football. Everybody gonna get hurt. I don't know, man. 5'9", 5'9"-ish, about 200 pounds. Dog. If you watch his tape, he's a dog. But that's a receiver. I just don't know you want 11 being.
With right now with your offense. Again, if you had an offense in place and you said, we're a receiver away, then I could say, okay, let's go receiver there. But you got so much more impactful areas. And the fact that they've signed, I think, 3 or 4 receivers recently in free agency, that seems to be the way they kind of went heavy on receivers that they brought in. So I got to think that they're going to lean maybe getting a receiver later, but not in the first 2 or 3 picks.
I wouldn't get a receiver at 11, but if one of those top flight receivers was still there at 30, I might be taking a swing on that.
Depending on what,
and that might be too early, but if you got a guy there that you like, he's a 1, he's gonna be a star. We gonna make him a star, whatever. I think you go get him at 30, not 11.
Agreed.
But so I mean, draft in a couple weeks. We still got one more mock draft we're gonna do. It's gonna be our 3rd mock draft. It's gonna be the final mock draft.
Yeah. Those things make sure Frankie's not on there to grade us.
Yeah, because we had a great draft. The second one.
I thought we did.
The first one,
we had a great
bro.
draft.
The first one, Lou, So bad.
Oof.
So bad. Nobody was there. At
Yeah,
11,
well,
nobody
was picked before we got to pick, and it was like, well, wait a minute.
Jeremiah Love was like the only top 10 pick, top 15 pick that was there. Everybody was like, what is going on?
Ugh.
Yeah, it was bad. It was terrible. Yeah, and it just fell so bad. Me and him, we did mock drafts before, like on our own, and we had great drafts. We were like, the board never fell like that until we were fucking live the first time. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Of course.
Hey, listen, like the great Johnny Cochran said, when in doubt, trade out. You know, you got to just trade, make that trade.
I traded one time. I ended up with 25 picks in my draft. I had 25 picks.
He was going crazy. He was like, "Yep, trade it. Oh man. All right, man. We'll. That's the talk of the town. It's the Miami Dolphins, man. But I want to talk about. I mean, it was the talk of the town last week. It's the Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat. Boy, what would be the word to describe this year's Miami Heat? Would you judge them by the injuries or just
Drizzling
the inconsistent drizzling shit? Okay. Love that. I don't know. Y'all ready to become Carolina Panthers fans yet? Nah.
Tony, take your ass
Yo.
to work or whatever it is you need to do.
I'm gonna put that up, but this right here, if I wish Sonny Styles would be there at 11.
Incredible. Yeah.
Because you talk about he could sit behind or beside Jordan Brooks. Oh my God, bro.
Or if you're gonna trade, if the talk is right, Jordan Brooks is traded, he comes in and becomes that guy.
Athletic freak. And then the tape speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Miami Heat. Yeah, we know. We're gonna get to it. Luka for 60 last night. So ridiculous. Hey, didn't score 83. I wonder how hard it is to score 83. I wonder how hard it is. Maybe we should ask Luka Doncic.
Let me ask you this though: if Luka Doncic was playing the Wizards and not the Heat, who were really trying to play, by the way, how many points would he have scored last night?
I don't know, bro. A lot of stars have played the Wizards this year. No, not one of them has scored 83, but Bam Adebayo. That's it.
And Bam hasn't scored 83 or even more than 20 cents.
Yeah, you're right. He's
been out. He's been injured. He's been.
Last night, Sean, Bam was the whole team again. For real. Nobody was there to help him out.
But did he do the 83? Did he do the 40? Did he do
man.
20-something?
Couldn't. He couldn't. 28, 10.
And what was his efficiency?
I mean, that's a great night. I don't fucking look at that.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying, though. That's the problem is he takes like 18, 19 shots to get 20 points. That's not efficient.
9 and 19. Shit. So bad. Oh, Sean, why'd you make me do that to myself?
Got him.
That's so bad. Nah, man. What is one word? Like, what are you judging the Miami Heat by this season? Obviously, we were in the 6th spot last week. Now we're back to the 8th spot. And it's looking like playing again. We only got 12 games left. Lou, go ahead, man. Miami Heat time.
Man, they're bipolar. You know, you can't. And look, the injuries have affected situations. You know, Tyler missed the beginning. Norman Powell's been doing a load management. What happened to Nikola Jovic? I mean, he's just completely disappeared and fallen off the map. So much hope for that guy. You know, his body, the way he can get up and down the court, but he can't shoot consistently to save his life. You know, he's not a good passer. He's kind of a liability on defense. Everybody's taken just a step back. And then you couple that with the injuries, they just cannot get a consistent flow. Even the 7-game winning streak was kind of fraudulent because of, you know, some of the competition and stuff. So,
the Wizards.
The Wizards.
Say no more. That should count as only half a win.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
I just think
we're not going to
they don't have
discredit Bam's record. All right.
they don't have
That
a
was a
killer.
big
That's the
dub.
problem, man. They don't have a killer. The guy that's going to come in and in the game, going to come in and make that shot to stop the run of the other team. Like there's just not that guy. They get into a
Tyler was supposed to be
and
that.
it's just
It was Powell early on. Like early on, it was Powell.
Yeah, When they started though, that
Right.
fast-paced offense has almost killed them.
Yes.
It was great in the beginning, and now it feels like they're just done.
Yeah. It
Like,
was
they got-
full
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we say here, we don't need Tyler Hero. That's what I
Yeah,
say.
we don't need a Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, Orlando, you lost by 4 points. You got beat bad by Charlotte,
Beat down.
30 points.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And then the Lakers, we were actually leading. You know, it's kind of like last year. I think last year we had 18 games where we were leading by double digits and lost the games. And this year I think we're at 11 already, and we 12 games to go.
The third quarter.
Yeah, it is always,
Yep.
always. I mean, so it's got to be inconsistency. Send Jovic
No, but
to
after
Shanghai
a
Sharks.
while, you can say inconsistency if it's happening for a little bit, but this is worse than inconsistency. This has become habit almost by the Miami Heat to where it happens all the time. I mean, and there's, as I said, there's no superstar or star there. Excuse me, sorry, got to get my cafecito. There's no stars.
Drink it in, man.
I got to stay up for the Canes game, baby.
I know.
So, there's just no star there to take over. And I mean, you watched it last night. Luka had 60. When Bam had his 83, what was the other scores on the Heat?
Oh, it was bad.
Fontecchio.
I think, Fontecchio was the second
Last
leading
night,
scorer.
LeBron had a triple-double next to the 60 that Luka. They didn't run the offense necessarily to Luka. It just, in the flow of the game, it happened that he ended up just having the hot hand and getting the 60. That's our problem, is there's never...
I'll say this, though, Sean. The Lakers, they done figured some shit out in the last week also.
Yeah, they're up to number 3 in the West right now. They're up to 3 in the West.
They've been balling, so they done figured
They're 9-1.
We
I think
haven't.
it is 9-1 over the last 10, and it just to me, I believe we have a coach, but the problem now is I don't know if the coach has gotten too hard-headed to where Khalil Ware has to play this way or he's not playing at all. This guy needs to play this way or he's not playing at all, and now it's hurting all of the chemistry on the team to where the chef doesn't know what the hell the recipe is right now.
Yeah, that was my next question, was how much of the blame goes to Spo? I mean, he is the head coach, so some would say all of it, but how much of the blame goes to Spo, Lou?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta put some of it on him, maybe a lot of it on him. But look, Spo has earned whatever he's earned years. You can't question it. He's not in a hot seat. He'll likely never be, just because of all the great things he's done here. I think also we got a lot of young talent, and he has not been able to figure out, particularly with Ware, how to put him in the best position, in the best ultimate lineup, and not have a short leash with him. It seems like if he doesn't do what he's liking or seeing out there, he pulls him. He refuses to play.
Sean doesn't like Ware. He don't like his attitude.
No, it's not that. It's he came into the league as a guy with no motor. And you watch it when he wants to play,
Yes.
that dude is on. But when he doesn't want to play, it looks like he doesn't know how to play basketball. Defense guys are running by him. He's out of position. He and again with the way the Heat run their defense and offense,
He's
you're
white
in a
side.
position supposed to be somewhere. Somebody's expecting you to be in that position. If you're not, it's going to look like it looks on TV 9 times out of 10 for the Heat right now. So I agree with Lou, whereas, Spoelstra's got to take some of the responsibility on it too. But it's also, to me, the front office saying, okay, we have Spoelstra. He went 31-10 with guys that were 10-31. We can give him the the words, it seems to be the theme of tonight. We can give him chicken shit and hope he can make it into chicken salad.
He's done
And
it
sometimes
before,
it works,
so.
and sometimes it doesn't. And I think the problem is where Spo now has gotten a little bit too tight of a leash on some of these guys, possibly Ware being one of them. But at the same time, the players
He
have to take
loves Pele.
Yeah, well,
He loves Pele Larson.
Played great.
Pele Larson goes out there and plays, though, man, with a motor all the time.
Oh yeah.
That dude's broken his
yeah.
nose 67 times this year, I believe.
Yes, yeah, I think
You
68.
know, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's amazing to me, and I think that's the part of the whole thing with the Heat is where we've got the young players, we've got good young players, we've got a good mixture of Bam being a vet, you know, Tyler. I thought, you know, again the injury thing, I thought he could have been shipped off during the trade deadline, but he was injured, so he couldn't.
Should have been.
And then so now I think that hurt him a little bit because I think you should have got rid of Norm Powell. I think you should have got rid of Andrew Wiggins because they're going to leave now probably without anything, and you get nothing in return. You know, again, it's the whale hunting in Miami and South Beach, whatever the hell you want to call it, is over to me, man. You've got to draft good guys, and you got to make it work, and that's the only way you're going to get. Because stars do not come here anymore. Stars have not come here since LeBron and Bosh. I mean, Butler came with the trade, but you saw how that worked out. He was really just an assassin, gun for hire. And once he got tired of being the gun for hire, and we didn't put anybody around him, what happened? It fell apart.
Yeah.
And you can't win in the NBA with a number 3 in Bam, a 6-man in Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, and Andrew Wiggins. That's not a recipe to win.
Yeah, if I may though, I look. I think that also Spoelstra thinks that he could do this with any player. I mean, look at all the players that have come through here and go somewhere else, and you never hear from them. PJ Tucker, Caleb Martin, you know, that we developed. That we, you know, they play their best. Not so much Tucker, but Martin, Max Strus, that play their best
See it.
basketball.
Oh
here.
my God!
Go somewhere.
What happened to Max Strus?
Yeah, he looked like Delonte West a little bit. You know, it scared me.
Bro,
Yeah, that looked
it
weird.
was wild.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Spo thinks he can do that with anybody, and that's just not the case. Now, to Sean's point about whale hunting, look, you saw, and I know I'm gonna go there, but you saw.
Oh, get it.
Listen, you saw that another problem with the Bucks and Giannis. He doesn't want to sit out. He wants to make one more crazy run at the play-in. It's likely not to happen anyway. Now he's sitting out. The Bucks want to shut him down. He's going to be unhappy again. He's got 1 year left on his deal. If he says, hey, you're going to lose me for nothing, he's talking about losing for nobody, I want to go to Miami. Make it happen, you know? That would be our chance. You see these signed trades happen all the time, even with LeBron. He wasn't signed as a free agent. It was ultimately a signed trade.
Signed trade because of bird rights. The bird rights.
Yes. So you force the Bucks' hand, especially if Giannis tells them, hey, I want out and I want to go to Miami.
Yeah.
You know, and that would be a chance to I know it's an older version of Giannis, but still, he is still an elite superstar, and that's, I think, what our hope is, to get out of this purgatory of the play-in.
Lou, I have
Sean
a question
hates
for you,
this
my
idea.
man. I have a question for you.
Hates it.
All right. The Heat go and they sign Giannis. Giannis comes here. We're going to probably
love how you
lose
say that.
Tyler, and I don't know who else at that point. Especially a sign and trade, they're going to want some other guys, some kind of package. Isn't this just going to be Milwaukee South?
So, look, if it's bad, I don't think Tyler would be here. I think Tyler would be part of the
Green
signing.
Bay and Milwaukee South down
Hey,
here.
wow,
Hey, there
that's
we
what I'm
go.
talking about.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
The Miami Bucks and the Miami Packers. I like it. Give me the
Love
cheese
it.
head. No, but look, Bam, Giannis, Jakachunas is showing a little bit of prosper here, and Pella. I love Pella. So you got 4 guys right there, and one of us 3. You know, we round out the squad. We're ready to go.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think they're going to want
I'll
Pella
do it.
now. I think teams are going to want Pella Larson now. I think
Right.
he's going to be a part of the deal because, look, I'll take on your money with Tyler, but I need a baller in Pella right now. And Kalel is not going to be worth much right now on the market.
Well,
To me, I don't think.
Yeah,
I mean, they can have your. Don't take Pell. No, I'm not giving
no
Pell
way.
up.
I'm not doing it. Love them.
No, but that's what happens though with the Heat. Though they fall in love with their own stuff. They're what's the guy? What's the not Pookie, right? Fell in love with his own stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's what happens with the Heat. No, that guy's not going to get traded. No, we're not trading that guy. No, that we're blocking a trade because we don't want to get rid of that guy. At some point, you got to do it because if not, you're going to be where we're at now.
You're right.
Yeah.
Plainville.
Crackhead in the crack house.
That's it, buddy. Pat Riley. By the way, I
Terrible.
believe it's Pat Riley's birthday, so happy birthday, Pat. But
Happy birthday, Pat.
getting
That's
high
right.
on your own stash, buddy. That ring.
Lotta-
He pulls out one of those rings and just like, right on there. All right, we're good. We're good. Let's go.
A lot of Miami Cane tonight. A lot of Miami Canes tonight. I'm telling you. Yeah, Houston next. That's tomorrow for the Heat at Houston. How y'all see that game going? I mean, 12 games. Listen to this. 12 games. The next four, real tough. Houston, San Antonio, Cleveland. Then you get Indiana, Philly. Huh?
1-3 in those 4 that you just said.
Yeah. And right now we're 2 games out of 5.
0-4.
And we're close to 10 as well. Like we're the Panthers right now. We're like so
Yeah.
close to we're so more games closer to the bottom than we are to the top.
I don't love it.
I believe
Yeah,
we're
man,
2 games
it's
from number
rough.
5 right now, and then we're like a half a game ahead of 10 or something like that. It's like, and we're gonna
Yeah.
go probably 1-3 here. If not, then you know what? I'll come back on here and I'll be a Miami Heat cheerleader next week if
Yeah,
they
you
go
will.
3-1 or
Oh.
4-0.
I'm sending pom poms. You gotta wear.
I'll go get
You gotta wear the
pom
whole
poms.
cheerleader outfit.
I'm not gonna wear a cheerleader
get-
outfit now. No.
You
I said
are
I'll be a
gonna wear it.
cheerleader. I
A
won't be
wig.
No. Look,
Oh, let's do it.
bald is beautiful, baby. Bald is beautiful.
Yeah. Have you ever worn a wig?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Not even Halloween, bro.
No.
Sean, I'm disappointed. Halloween, you don't dress up?
Not where I need a wig. I put on a mask or something. Well, I guess if the mask, has hair connected to it, yes, I've worn a wig.
That's what
Is
I
that
mean.
what you want me to say? I've worn a wig.
Like Kane.
Yeah. And by the way,
Why don't
Lou,
you be
is
Shawn
St. John's
Michaels?
winning?
They are up right now 32-13. Yeah.
Okay, no, because I heard some
Yeah,
loudness
they
a little
winning.
bit ago. Yeah.
Whooping
Hey,
ass right now.
Either St. John's is winning or she's banging the neighbor. I hope it's the first one.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we all do, Lou. We all
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
I'm there
And
with
thank
you.
God they're winning, actually. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. Last night, hilarious. You got to go watch that one back, Sean. That was good. All right. Yeah. So 5 through 10 are like all within 2 games of each other, pretty much. So these last 12 going to be very important. Like the Heat literally have a chance to get a 5th or a 6th spot if they just win some games, man. It's so bad, but I don't think they will. I think we'll play in a play-in. We'll probably be eighth seed or something like that. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. Look, last year we were all about it, right? Or at least I was. Hey, let's get in there.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. And we got destroyed by the Cavaliers. I mean, it wasn't even like a
Not
competitor.
even close.
It looked
yeah.
like a YMCA team versus like a college team. It was.
Oh,
It was.
I
awful.
turned
That
every
was-
game off.
Yeah, complete beatdown. So I want no part of that this year at all. If that's
If
going to
we
be
lose in the play-in, that's
Yeah,
just
right.
end it.
There you go.
Or
yeah,
don't.
yeah, exactly.
At least you'll be a lottery pick, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
If you make the play-in, will you get in? Yeah.
yeah,
think
If you
so, yeah.
if you lose in
You're
the
gonna
play-in,
be in
you'll be
that-
a lottery.
You're in the back end of it, but now they've changed it around. So I think you have a chance. I think somebody that was like 13, 14 last year ended up jumping into the top 5.
correct.
Well, if we would have lost in the play-in last year, we would have been a lottery pick.
yes,
I think we would have had a top 10 pick. Something like that. Damn, bro. I wanted to lose so bad. And then we get in just to do that. You gotta love Miami sports, man. I'm telling you, every year it's gonna be one of these teams that's just gonna be like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew they were gonna do this to us. But yeah, I mean, best of luck for these next 4 games, right? It's 0-4, probably incoming.
This is going to be where you see if Spoelstra can try to do something to salvage something.
Ah,
Because if they get
don't know.
destroyed these 4 games, I would question the whole makeup of what you're trying to do. Again, if they play tough and they lose because of whatever, it's close. But if they get blown out of these like they did with Charlotte, like that just tells me there's a lot of dysfunction in that locker room.
No doubt. And no doubt mentions that it was Dallas that moved all the way up, and they got Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Yep.
I mean, 3 of these games are on the road. It's gonna be bad. And then San Antonio at home, man, Wemby and them, they just look like the best team in the league right now.
Let me tell you something. Wemby's
other than OKC.
How good is Wemby going to be? Yeah. My goodness.
Fucking alien.
Incredible.
You ever seen something like that?
Not like that.
That is scary.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it in person.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Monstars.
Space Jam.
That's it.
Yeah. You remember that iconic picture of Curry in the Olympics shooting over him? It looks fake. It looks like before AI, that looks like an AI picture. That's how big of a freak this guy is. I mean, that picture looked completely fake. Him Curry shooting over Wemby.
Shooting over.
Looked like the Eiffel Tower. You know what I mean? This guy's wow.
That's how they got the big what from Duke. No doubt. Oh boy. All right, man. Let's we're gonna touch on let's talk the tournament games. First March Madness. You and Ashley love it. Ashley's going through it right now. Just absolutely in there, killing it. Haven't heard her scream yet, so that's a good thing. That's a good speak. That's a good mic you got. That's a good mic you got on the phone. Oh yeah, definitely heard some rumblings. But yeah, man. You say you follow. What do you think about this year's Miami team and in Jaya Lucas's first year?
It's great. I mean, 25-8. They were top, third overall seed in the ACC, which is traditionally one of the best leagues in college basketball. And we brought in some players. It's funny in college basketball specifically. This is my take on it. I think a coach can get you wins more than any other sport in college basketball, just because the way the game is played and the strategy to it. The one-on-one, not an automatic 2 free throws, the possession arrow, the zone defenses, the full court press. You don't advance the ball like the NBA. A college basketball coach could really make or break and win you more games. And in Jay Lucas, we got a tremendous guy who has it in his blood with his dad being a hooper and a coach, John Lucas. And then, now all of a sudden he's in Duke for the past X amount of years. And Duke is the ultimate blue blood in college basketball. So he's got all the tools. This is a tough draw. We're playing Missouri 2 hours away from their campus at 10 o'clock at night. Take another espresso shot, Sean, so you can stay up at night. But there you go.
Oh, it's gone.
It's like 2.5 hours till tip right now. But there you go. It's gone. But
he's making more.
It's a tough draw for him, but he's going to get this program. He already's gotten it to a great level, and I'm excited to see what else he can do.
Yeah, same, man. This is going to be a big test. They're favored to win, but I think just the way he got the boys playing and his mentality for his team, he wants to be physical. And he wants to win at the basket, which I love on both sides. So I love that. Like, we ain't no big 3 shooting team, which I kind of love, because and when you get in a tournament, those threes they like come and go, but what really matters is inside the paint. That's the big physical teams usually win. Them bullies. So I think we have that, but I don't know how far it's going to go, just because there's so many more better teams. I think Miami is a good team. They've done great things this year, but there are a lot more better teams this year. But I got us winning tonight, though. I got us winning, even in that hostile environment. Sean, what do you think about the game tonight?
You know, I got us winning tonight and then bowing out after that. I think we get to the 32. I think there's still. I think our perimeter shooting, when it's good, but when it's not there,
Yeah.
They can't hit the side of a barn, man. Like it's so odd. Like, because when it's bad, it is very bad. But I think.
Well, I got a stat for you with that. We shoot like the third least threes,
Yep.
and then our percentage is like 35%. That's like top 3 with those attempts in the nation. So you're right. Like, nobody's really shooting good threes really good than if you really think about it.
Yeah.
But because we more play bully ball, but go ahead, my bad.
No.
I just had that little.
No, but that's what he's created right now. He's got that works for them right now. But again, if you add that perimeter shooting, I think we're a more contender to go to against teams, because I think tonight, look, I don't think Missouri has one good player, Mitchell.
Mitchell,
his first name right off the top of my head. And other than that, like, no, they don't create a lot. So this might be one of the teams that, to me, Miami can handle with the way they are set up right now. As they get further into the tournament, you have more well-rounded teams. I don't know if they're going to be able to hang with it, because Missouri doesn't have a great bench either, and Miami has used their bench to their advantage. So, to me, again, I know how this tournament thing goes.
They got good shot blocking.
I know how the tournament goes, because you'll get teams come in there and shouldn't be around. Siena yesterday against Duke played 5 players.
High Point
for 40 minutes, 5 players, and almost walked away beating Duke. Like, come on, man.
High Point beat Wisconsin, didn't they?
Yeah,
it did. Yeah, I'll give you another stat too with Missouri. Missouri started off the year 8-0, and then they went 12-12 their remaining 24 games. So they've been 500 teams since their hot start, and then they've lost their last 3. So this is a winnable game, even though, again, they're 2 hours away from their campus, which is an advantage. A lot of the people in the building are going to be for them, but
home
still,
game.
Yeah, it'll be a home game. But Miami have a chance. But if they should win, on the horizon next is Purdue, and yes, Miami has played bully ball to your point, but Purdue's got a big front court.
Yes.
They banged up with Michigan State. They play in a very physical Big Ten conference. So that could get ugly in that
the
second
bully's
round.
about to meet the bully.
Hey, bowing out with grace. All right.
Well, I will tell you this much right now: if the Miami Hurricanes do not win tonight, I've already got the conspiracy theory going, because 2 hours away to play a 10 seed?
10 seed.
2 hours away from their stadium. What team gets that draw? The Miami Hurricanes. I know what happened.
Yeah.
I know what's going on here. I know what's going on. They win, it's all good. They don't win, I'm phoning it in.
Conspiracy theories.
Right.
F it, send it in.
There was some bad
selection.
Right. The committee, they do harbor. It's like you said. There's conspiracy. They're out for the Canes. They try to keep them down. St. John's got a bad draw as well.
Yeah.
St. John's won the Big East tournament and the Big East Conference
Crazy.
Regular season, and they got shifted out to San Diego, way out west. Meanwhile, they destroyed UConn, and UConn gets a 2 seed and gets to go to Philadelphia. An hour away from their campus. So, sometimes, and that's because of Patino. Sometimes the NCAA has it out a coach or a school like Miami.
Yeah.
I like loose thinking. I like the thinking.
Oh, man. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think we'll come out with the dub.
I think it's going to be a comfortable win.
Keep it rolling.
I think it'll be a comfortable win.
10 points?
Yeah, but I think it'll be in hand. They might have to fight back at the end and hit a couple threes or something to draw within like 6. But it's gonna be that game where they only won by 6, but it wasn't like, we're biting our nails and hoping
we were coasting by 10 points the whole game. I got you.
We've already
Shut
subbed out
down
more
Mark
than CN
Mitchell.
already, baby.
Shut down Mark Mitchell,
Yeah,
and everything else should be a breeze.
I couldn't think of Mark. Imagine that, Mark.
Mac.
That Mark Mitchell guy.
Mark Mitchell guy over there.
Jeez.
All right. And lastly, before we go, we got to talk about the Panthers because I mean, 2 Stanley Cups in a row, Lou, and lovely times at the parades. Night and day, those parades almost. Night and day.
Well, one was rain, right? One wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, the first torrential downpour, damn hurricane, and then blistering heat for the second one.
You forgot
So
lightning.
bad.
The first one had lightning as well.
Lightning,
That's right,
yeah,
yeah.
damn hurricane. It was a hurricane out there. It was crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, and then just my eyes, like the whites of my eyes were sunburned. That's how fucking hot it was out there, bro. It was crazy. Seriously. But yeah, man, what's your thoughts? We knew us, we talk about it all the time, the Panthers, the injuries just pretty much cost us. And then by the time you even get Chucky back, I mean, multiple injuries on the team though. Like we lost Seth Jones, we lost Marchie, you know what I'm saying? We done lost a few important players. But we all knew Barkov and Chucky to start the season was going to be way too much for us to handle, and it was. So, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, no problem at all. I mean, obviously you had a chance to go for a three-peat. You relish in that. You take the opportunity to do so, but it's not going to happen. Obviously, we're likely, very unlikely to make the playoffs. But no feeling sorry or whatever. Look, this team went to 3. They won the last 2, but they went to 3 Stanley Cups in a row. So preseason hockey starts in early or late September, early October. Actually, sorry, before that, early September, I should say.
Yeah.
And so you play from September to late into June, as they have for 3 years in a row. It takes a toll. And then, as great as it was signing Reinhardt, as great as it was signing the Conn Smythe winner Sam Bennett last year, and keeping Marchand, which nobody saw that coming, as great as those 3 moves were, the best player on the team is still the captain, Sasha Barkov. So that is the best player. And when he was ruled out, likely for the season, unless we were going to make the playoffs, and now we know we're not, and he's not going to play this year. You're not going to do well in any sport when your best player is not playing. So they're going to run this back again next year. They got the core signed up for 4 or 5 more years, and they're going to have a chance to go down as the greatest sports team of the major 4 sports down here. It's a fact, because
Dynasty.
to me, well, a dynasty to me is at least 3. So I don't even think the big 3 with the Heat was a dynasty. They only won 2 out of 4. And I think a lot of teams have done that. To separate yourself when you enter the D word, dynasty, I think you need 3. Ooh. 3 in a 4, 5, in a 6-year span, you need to get 3. This team's going to stay together for 4 or 5 more years. I think they can not only win 3, I think they will win 4, possibly 5. I think they will play multiple more Stanley Cups. And I think when it's all said and done, this team has a chance to, be the best team ever to have a run in South Florida sports. And that's saying a lot when you have an undefeated team, when you have the big 3 and the Heatles, when you have a couple Marlins teams that beat the Yankees, so, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 14 games, something like that left? Something like that.
But they're 12 points out right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible. It ain't going to happen. But everybody should just be celebrating. 3 finals in a row, 2 cups. I mean, them boys tired, man. Like No Doubt said, they need this offseason. Them boys need to go rest, recover, and just, get massages every day. Have fun with their kids, their wives, families, all that. And just, mentally, recharge as well as physically. So, and be back next year, and we'll be back in the thick of things. If everyone's healthy, we're top team. We're a top team.
No doubt. And they should all make a pact too, by the way. Say, hey guys, nobody go to 11 or the elbow room until we're going in there with a cup. So that's motivation right there.
And not only that, if they lose, if they quit winning and they lose a few more games, they drop inside the top 10. We get a top 10 pick to add, and no doubt said there, to add to this aging group. Yeah. If we finish in the top 10, we keep our pick. I mean, we lose it, I think, next year, but we'll keep it this year. So one way we're going to have to pay for it. But either way, I mean, look, if you can add a top pick to this already team and you're going to get a fresh Barkov next year, Kachuk won't have the Olympics or nothing else. Will have a full off season as well. I mean, it's 3 out of 4. Everybody. I said already, man. When they 3 talked,
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
3 out of 4 ain't bad. When he was like, who was it? It was Bennett. Bennett was interviewed in the locker room after one of the losses. He says, "Look, we know what's going on here. We understand the big picture, and we know once we get guys back, we'll be a different team." I was like, "Well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, baby, because when they come back next year, they're gonna be rested and ready to go, and they're gonna have a chip on their shoulder because people are gonna be like." Oh, look at the Florida Panthers. Look what happened after they won the Stanley Cup. They didn't even make the playoffs. Not looking at half the team's been out for the whole season. Oh, there's going to be chips on shoulders. Guys are going to be leveled next year. And I'm here for it.
We busting heads. We head busting next year.
And especially also if the Lightning win the Cup this year, it's going to be the streak would be at 7 years in a row where it's been either the Lightning or the Panthers. So what will that do to the rivalry next year? Oh yeah, all right, we're going to get back there and beat you again next year. So we'll see.
Yeah, they better not. They better not. Who do you like this year in the NHL?
Man, it's. The West, I mean, Vegas, even though they lost they lost Marner now, right? So that's a big loss right there. You talk about they had aspirations on
Oilers lost Draisaitl?
Yeah, he got traded over to Pittsburgh. So I mean, I think it's going to come from the West, man. The East. I think the West is due. I hope it's not a Canadian team. I want to keep that streak intact.
Yes.
Yes. Listen, beating them in the Olympics, and I know they got us in the Four Nations last year, but beating them in the Olympics, and them not being able to bring home a Stanley Cup for the last 30 years, just make it at 31 years.
That's it. Keep it here, America. But man. I mean, Dallas was there. Dallas been there, like just on the crest of a final for the last couple years. Colorado. I mean, and if Anaheim Ducks make it, that would be hilarious. Man, Buffalo looks good.
The Sabres are having an amazing season, man. They beat us a couple of times. We were on the verge of getting back into the hunt, and the Sabres, they 3 victories here. They took us out. They dropped us down so much spots. But the Sabres are having a great year. Yeah, don't look past them.
Yeah, the Oilers, they got brought back down to earth, didn't they?
Yeah,
especially last night.
Yep.
But see, that's the thing, though. They won't have to play the Panthers in the championship this year. We're the kryptonite, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. Hey, one good thing about this, with those, I think it's 14 games left, them tickets, you can go there, you can get some good food. With the ticket price, park at the mall, walk over. Hey, you ain't got to pay for parking? What?
That's the best deal in town right there. Yep, just
I'm telling you.
Mall, no problem.
Eat, drink all you want. Just have a good time. Good seats, too. You can get good seats for the low right now. For sure. The Heat, too. The Marlins. Did you see the Marlins package? The 4 for 44? That's awesome. They did that last year, too, didn't they?
Last year they had one like on a Tuesday. It was all you could eat and drink, where you got hot dogs, nachos, soda, and something else. And you got every inning you could get at least 2 items. maybe something like that. Yeah, but it was
Popcorn.
probably popcorn.
That's
Can't
what's
beat
in
that
the
price,
4
bro.
for 44 deal. Nah, man,
Can't
not
beat
at
that,
all.
man.
For
They
sure.
still won't be selling out, man. They still won't be getting good seats, man.
Look, I
Nah.
think it's a good year. I know, we're not yet ready to talk Marlins on the show. I get it, but I think the Marlins are going to surprise some teams. I don't think we're going to contend for the East. Phillies are too good. I think the Braves are going to bounce back, but I think the Marlins has something special here. They got a lot of young
last
talent
year.
made in all these trades. Hey, they were in the hunt. They were in the wild card till the last 2 weeks of the season. So just by progression alone, they didn't get rid of anybody. They added a closer from the Rays. Anybody who comes from the Rays is usually good. Pete Fairbanks. So
And
we
cheap.
added a closer. Yeah, and we made a trade. We traded one of our exactly. That's the key word, Sean. But we also traded one of our starting pitchers, Edward Cabrera, for Owen
Yep.
Casey from the Cubs. He's projected as a leadoff or number 3 hitter. He was their top prospect. Again, if you're a top prospect coming from the Cubs, you earned your stripes there. So the Marlins are going to surprise some teams, I think, this year.
Lou, I will
think
ask
so,
you
too.
this, and I'm sorry to ask this because,
No,
but here's my problem with this: anybody that does good will probably
They
not
trade.
be there by the end of the year.
I don't know about the end of the year. Look, baseball, believe it or not, of all the sports, is the most player friendly in terms of for the team. You're allowed to keep a player for 6 years because you don't. The clock doesn't start until you hit the big leagues. So, 6 years is a long time. And look,
Yeah,
the Marlins are not going to be the Dodgers. We're never going to be that.
No, I get
But
that.
you can. What you can do is
Not even close.
have a good talent pool and keep on changing players out. Like as much as it's just the way it is. As you're a Marlins fan, that's what you got to get used to. So I love Sandy how he came back last year. If he starts off hot this year, they're going to trade him.
You can trade him,
But
yeah.
again, you're going to replenish what you have already, which is a great up and coming minor league system. And I think again we have a good young core here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to take your word for it because I'll be honest, I've not followed a lot of Marlins baseball the last couple of years.
And I don't blame
because every time you start to follow that guy that's hot or whatever, it's like, and I understand baseball and how that end of it works, but it feels like dude, one of these guys, why not just give him a little bit of pay and keep him around? I understand Sandy with the whole thing because you can get probably a good little haul for Sandy and everything like that, but like I don't understand why some of these guys that they got rid of that felt like they could have been a part of what we were doing. That's all.
Yeah, well, the fan base is scarred down here. You had 2 world championships. They were torn down and sold off. And so the franchise, the fan base is scared, and they don't want to.
At least we've seen them win.
Yeah, but they also, Adrian, they also signed, Yelich. They signed Stanton. Yes, they got traded away because the
Yeah.
fans didn't come. What brings fans ultimately is if you win. They haven't won in this park yet. If they win, guess what happens? If they qualify for the playoffs this year, the only way you could get playoff tickets is to become a season ticket holder. So if people really believe in the team and you buy season tickets based on playoffs, because if you want to go to a World Series game whenever they get there, it won't be cheap. Your only real chance is to become a season ticket holder. So if you get enough of those, you're investing in the team, and hopefully the ownership invests in the players. That's the only way to do it.
They won't.
All right.
I don't blame. I don't blame you for
I
not.
get it. I get it.
I mean, they were
They
fun
just-
to watch. I watched them a couple times last year. They're fun to watch. They're exciting, but it's just like
Young team,
I don't want to like be like, oh, all right, here we go, and I'm going to do it, and then
I hear you.
I do that with the Dolphins. I don't want to do it with the Marlins too. Like, I mean, break my
Even
heart
no
only
doubt.
once, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Look, the WBC though, we had a lot of representation from all the countries.
Yeah.
Casey played
Yeah.
for Canada. Otto Lopez played
Miami,
for the
baby.
Yeah,
Miami.
I'm saying but we had a
Marlins
player.
had a lot of players out
Jacob
there.
Marcy played for
Yeah.
Italy. Italy had a great run.
Yeah.
Sanoja won it with Venezuela. So we had players. Sandy Alcantara was with the Dominican Republic. So that just shows you that our players are good enough to play on that stage. Hopefully that transitions to the season. We'll see.
And I like our last 2 coaches, man. They've proven they can coach, both of them. I mean, I know the other one left, but
Yes.
now we got Caden McCullough, and he seems to be just as good, if not better, than what I already forgot the guy's name now.
Well, Skip Schumacher, who was
Skip
with
Schumacher. That's it. Schumacher.
he's with Texas
How
now.
do you forget a name like that?
He was a skip. He was a skipper.
Yeah, he was. He was.
But no,
He
McCullough
did the most with nothing. I was like, wow.
absolutely.
And then, yeah. So
What are you gonna do? Marlins tear down a first round exiting playoff team. They wouldn't wait to get good enough to win another chip. I mean, what are you gonna do? They're not
yeah,
paying.
but
I think that's the main.
team. I feel like that team though with Skip Schumacher
Once
had
a
a
player
lot more
gets good.
veterans than what we have now. Whereas what Lou was saying makes sense. You have these guys for the 6 years once they hit the. Because I remember there was a crazy thing with another team where they didn't want to bring the guy up too soon because his time would start.
Exactly.
And they wanted to keep him
Yeah.
under contract, so they kept him in AAA longer than I guess what he wanted to or whatever. So it
And you
came out there,
develop
but
them. You develop them more too.
I guess that does make sense because then now once if you bring up a whole core and you can have them for 5 to 6 years, you're hoping one of those times is a run or two times is a
So-
run, and then you go.
2 months into the season, and there's a big guy in the minors, Joe Mack. He's a catcher. He's been tearing the cover off the ball at all levels of major and minor league baseball. He's projected to be on the big league roster at some point. But to your point, Sean, if they wait 2 months, so they don't bring him up in April and May, they bring him up in June. It goes from 6 years, so 2026 to 2032. If they wait till May, he now gets to 2033. So
okay.
2 months gets you that whole extra season.
Year.
So they're going to do that. I mean, and most teams do that with stars, you know?
Yeah. It's
so,
just the
yeah.
problem is most teams have names on there, so it doesn't affect it as much as it does here when you're sitting there. And you know what was funny was I was looking at baseball, and the bottom two teams were the Marlins and
The A's, maybe? The A's, Oakland.
I can't remember what it was, but their whole salary together was 167 million.
Which is
And I was
Ohtani.
comparing it to the Dolphins 170 of dead cap. Like we're paying two Major League Baseball teams together do not equal the dead money that we have
Sound
sitting
about right.
on our cap. And now I get it. Dead cap money is a part of football. Every team gets it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily 180 million or whatever it is, but they get it. But when you looked at it, I'm like two full baseball teams are paying their players the amount that we're just not even using.
That's just some dolphin shit, ain't it?
Crazy shit.
That's just for real.
And that's why I say when you want to have hope with the Marlins, this is why I have hope with the Dolphins, because that dead cap and all that, that's all Chris Greer. That's all Chris Greer. And so he's not making these picks anymore. Exactly. He's not making these picks, so there's hope now.
Yeah. I love
John
it.
Eric Sullivan, you better deliver, buddy. You better deliver.
He's building a team and fixing the cap at the same time. And then
If
in a
not,
couple years, we're
I'm
going to be
going
fine.
to the spring practices, and I'm going to take you over to Baptist Health because you're going to have to go. I'm
Spring
whooping that
practice?
ass.
Hey, yeah.
Okay.
Spring practice starting up soon. For
Yeah.
Canes. Dolphins are more during the
Oh, okay.
OTAs and stuff after.
Yeah.
I don't think
Kane's
that's
probably
on
going to. The football, we didn't even ask you
Dude,
about
You know what's funny
the
is
Hurricanes
this
football team.
this year Canes spring practice might be more comparable to back in the day where you have the practices were tougher than the games
Yeah.
as
You're
far as
right.
talent versus each other.
Yeah. I'm pumped for the Canes, man. Look,
Mensa.
Beck was good. You know, he did what he did, but he had limitations. He couldn't make all the. Mensa can make all the throws, and he can get out the pocket. He can move his feet a little bit. He's got a cannon. I mean, I'm excited to see.
Sound like we're talking about the Dolphins. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm excited to see what Mensa can do in the Canes next year, man.
It's gonna be a movie, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a movie.
If they don't go undefeated next year, I mean, they're only really again on paper right now. Looking at, I know when the season starts, things can change.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
At Notre Dame.
Yeah.
At Notre Dame. That is their toughest part of the schedule.
That's it.
And if you look at what they did last year, their only two slip-ups was their their issues, the Canes beat themselves in those games.
Yes.
Yeah.
If not, they're undefeated there too until they get to Indiana. And Indiana, I feel like they still made mistakes there to where that game was winnable. That game was winnable.
Oh my God. We should have won that game.
Yes.
We should have won that game. But what are you gonna do? It's always next year, right?
Always next year, baby.
Always next time too. Lou, you want to tell the people where you at? 305 Sports.
Yeah, just follow. You can follow me on Twitter, X. I'm Lou from Dade on there, and my wife and I do the Soflo Sports Show.
So great.
Our days change, but we love talking everything South Florida sports, just like you guys. So yeah, it's what we're here for. We're diehard South Florida sports fans. We love covering and talking about the teams and anything going on in the world of sports. It's what we have a huge passion for, and I love what we're all doing here and just engaging with the people and you know, having the passion for all sports that we enjoy and love.
Yeah, man, and we appreciate you coming on, man, for real. Like I told you, I was so happy to have you, for real.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you too, because I ain't got to stare at that guy all the time.
Exactly. He loves me. Sean put me in a sleeper hold. I'm gonna send you the picture. Sean put me in a sleeper hold. I almost died. I had to tap out like John Cena, like a little bitch, like John Cena.
I really wanted to just take you out, but
I know you really wanted to squeeze.
Too much family around. Too much family.
Yeah, exactly.
I know they take me out.
Too many witnesses.
Yeah, but take me out. Take me out.
And wifey would have jumped on you.
I couldn't have got out of Boca unscathed.
Hell no. You bowled, Lou?
I have. I'm not. It's not my my forte.
I have.
Where are you at in these? You're down in Miami, right? Or no? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm in
East Miami. Right?
I'm in between, Miami Beach and Miami. I'm on Venetian Causeway.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
So,
hell yeah.
Yeah, a couple spots. Actually, by my workplace, there is a bowling alley, believe it or not. So, if you guys ever down in Miami Beach, let me know. We'll make it we'll do a bowling threesome with Sean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna shine them up real good, baby.
Oh man, especially for that occasion. Menage a trois. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm whipping out the balls.
Quick.
It's got to be for a good occasion.
Exactly. And he still might lose.
Yeah, I will.
He still might lose.
Look, I look good. I don't play good.
It looks so good, Sean.
It does. I'm telling you.
Every time I'm like, oh, that's a fucking strike right there.
Yes.
Gutter.
You guys
like everything.
Like do you talk like that Pete? Who was it? Pete Weber, the famous bowler.
Yeah.
Do that
Sean's big bowler.
I wish I could talk like Pete Weber. I'm not good enough to talk like Pete Weber. You think you are? I am.
I am. That's a classic, man. Oh my God.
That's the greatest thing. You think you are? I am. What the greatest thing ever.
Best. What's your favorite meal, though? Real quick before we go.
My favorite meal?
No regrets. Yeah.
Man.
You big burger guy?
I love burgers, man. I'm a burger guy.
Fuck yeah.
Philly cheesesteak. I'm gonna go out to bar stuff. You Flanagan's. You get the wings from there, or the zingers at the Ale House. Can't go wrong with that. So, yeah, pretty much
Get that mountain milk. Oh,
that's good.
That mountain milk. Yeah, I feel like we'll fuck some shit up. All three of us. We just buffet style.
Let's do
I
it.
get it.
I could knock out some appetizers. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you didn't even touch the food on Sunday. I don't hear nothing.
I had to leave you guys some, man. I was letting you guys get first.
Bro, that went pretty quick, actually.
They were savages, bro. I was like, man, I ain't put my hand in that. Come back with just bone.
That shit got dropped on the table.
Oh.
And it was like a swarm of people. Granted, it was like 6 kids. And then it was pretty much all females till my brother got there. So my sisters, my niece, my brother's baby mama, And then, yeah, man, it was a swarm of people, and they just murdered everything that was on the table.
The crinkly fries didn't stand a chance, bro. Gone.
Not one chance.
Gone.
Not one chance. Nothing lasted.
See, I'll defer. My style is I'll defer to you, but then it's like a snake draft. So you can all get in, you know, here with it. But then when it's my turn, I'm going back to back. I'm going to take 2 wings off.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Damn right. I
leave with 2 to 3 plates, depending on how good they are. I can balance them. Dude, I gave you your chance. You messed up. You didn't take the opportunity. So I will.
Yep.
Yeah. When I say you go first,
I gave you a chance.
You go first. You better take advantage.
You better take what you're gonna
everything
eat.
else is mine.
Gone.
Love it, man. Great time tonight. This was good. Yeah, man. Shout out everybody in the chat. As always, go to 305 Sports. It's at 305 Sports Babe on YouTube.
Babe, or you can look at Soflo Sports Show on YouTube.
Soflo.
Or 305 Sports Babe. Either one.
Yeah, man. Great show. I'm always watching. Y'all do a lot of different things. I love it. Y'all do like the trivia thing with the NFL last year. Yeah. You're giving giveaways, all that. The stuff for Big E. Shout out Big E.
Yes.
Shout out Ashley, who's in there losing her mind right now. What's the score of that game?
It's at the half right now. They're up by a good amount. So. She's having a good time.
Yeah. Well, she's been very quiet. That's why I knew they were winning, because you'll hear her every once in a while be like, but that's it. That's all I've heard. So I was like, all right, it must be under control.
Yes. It's 47-28 right now. They're up. So
yeah, it's over. That shit's over. They coasting second half.
Hold on.
But yeah, tell her we said hey, man, and tell her we missed her, because definitely with y'all two together, you by yourself, I mean, top notch. But y'all two together, you gotta love a couple that love sports together. You know what I'm saying? That don't happen that often, bro. Like, not as often as you would think. So for y'all to have that, that's phenomenal for sure.
It's a blessing for sure, man. We're sitting on the couch, and I know a lot of my friends are like, man, I had to watch The Masked Singer or Divorce Island last night. And I'm like, I don't got that problem, man. We're watching the same stuff. It's our team. So I love it.
Awesome, man. But yeah, shout out. Go check out the Soflo Sports Show. And then like, share, and subscribe, obviously. Go to Stanley Media House. If you're watching anywhere other than YouTube, go to Stanley Media House Network on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notifications, man, so you know we go live every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, if you're anywhere else. And Sean, what you got going on this week coming up?
We got the little NASCAR. They're in Darlington this week, so we talked them on Monday. And I believe me and Frankie are back on Tuesday this week, talking some wrestling.
Frankie eye looked a little rough the other day. Couldn't see himself. That was a whole thing. Oh man, love it.
That's so
Square
wrong,
Circle
bro.
Digest.
So
oh my God, he is so funny. Yeah, man.
Follow me on X at SS_sports talk. Sorry. There you go.
There you go. Stanley Media House everywhere else.
There you go. Thank you for calling, friends.
Hell yeah, I got you, bro.
Look at you. You finishing my sentences now, man.
Oh my God. We're simpatico.
Oh,
we're simpatico.
Simpatico.
Go to @RainyDayPod on YouTube and all socials. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow Too Raw for SmackDown Sunday 1 p.m. with Tony from Talking Game, which you were on with last night. Were you last night or the night before? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Great time with him. He's awesome. And we were talking Marlins. He's doing a baseball. Yeah. Opening day is next Friday, a week from today. The season starts. So we did a Marlins preview with him. Great stuff.
Yeah, he running through the teams too.
Think about Major League Baseball. If you have T-Mobile, the 24th free MLB TV network for the season. Make sure you get it in there, baby.
Yeah.
I have Verizon.
Sorry. I got T-Mobile. I'll be on there.
Go to @Rainy Day Pod. Like, share, subscribe. 2 Rough SmackDown. Sunday, 1 p.m., man. We're going to get out of here. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Sean.
No.
Just for always
Thank you,
being here.
Adrian, for always being
No,
the
you.
utmost respectable person you can be.
I try, I really do. And I can't be that all the time, but I damn sure try. All right? Lou. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it, man. And in the great words of Jackie Moon, everybody love everybody, y'all. See y'all next week. Goodbye.
South Florida Sports Unfiltered. Born real, no filter. From the field to the court to the ring, go. Talking smack with a hard bass flow.